There's loads of great Christmas carols in the air, loads of parties being thrown.
Has Mariah Carey released a Christmas album this year?
Oh, really?
I don't think she needs to.
She doesn't
need to, exactly.
Well, she always
doesn't
does.
need to.
I think she did something with Kirk Franklin.
Aha,
They
that's
had,
true. I heard
something
about that.
like an EP or something, one or two songs.
It would have been the same without her.
Honestly.
It's Mariah Carey. She's always cashing out.
Yeah, the
Very-
queen
Christmas.
of Christmas. I
There's
guess.
also-
Honestly, I feel like releasing a Christmas album just to cash out.
Please don't.
Why?
The,
The magic is not in the album.
It's in the thoughts.
No,
in the thoughts.
it's in the person.
Exactly.
The talent.
Yes.
Kim Kardashian, however, has also been making plenty of waves and achievements lately. I mean, she's passed her baby bar. What's the baby bar? Baby bar? What's that?
Baby
So it's the
bar.
first of
Baby.
2 exams.
Yeah.
So it's almost like over here when you have the MBBS for medicine.
Okay.
So there's what they call the first MB or lower MB, and then so the baby bar is the first exam, which is over there is supposed to be the one that has the higher failure rate. So the second one is even easier.
Who didn't go? So the idea is that she didn't go to law school.
Okay.
So she has like a personal teacher and like different lecturers who actually teach her these things at, in her space, right?
Okay.
So she is like a personal, like private,
Homeschooling.
exactly,
Homeschooling.
homeschooling for law. Then after you do all the studying and then you get to write them.
Interest is like a small
I have
postgraduate.
to really say, you know, congratulations to her, more grease to her elbows. You know, you're never too young to get things done. But, you know, you could say that she has a little more time on her hands.
Is it time? I think she was driven to be able to do that.
Really?
And I say that to say this. I mean, if she still had Kanye with her, I don't think that she would have actually have achieved that. I think everything just worked well for her achieving that one goal.
First of all,
She
I
wanted to
won't necessarily. Fine, there's a point in there,
Well,
right?
yeah.
But my point is that even in Nigeria, you know how many people write the bar over and over and over again?
Exactly.
The point is that the bar is not an easy exam, right, to
It's hard.
pass. So it's difficult. So she failed it. She was like, yeah, even on the 3rd attempt, she was actually really sick and all of that. But yeah, she failed it a number of times. And I mean, it's a great achievement. Her dad also was a lawyer. So,
Yes,
I
of
mean,
course.
yeah.
So somebody is finally following in their father's footsteps in that
Exactly.
family.
Exactly.
You know, it's fine being, you know, an influencer, being a star and everything, but their dad's legacy in terms of law, you know, everybody knew about.
Why does anybody have to follow the
Why
father's
not?
legacy?
No, she loves the fact that
That's
she's doing
pressure.
something on
It's
her back.
traditional.
You would
Nobody
expect
puts it
a
on her
son.
now. She puts it on her
You would
back.
expect a son to do that, but
Yeah.
obviously.
No,
Something
see, that's why
else.
when I see a family and I see a father and a mother, I see 5 children, all of them doing law. I'm like, did all of them want to do this
There
thing?
was also something else that caught my attention. The fact that just yesterday, was that her son or her daughter?
Her daughter.
Her daughter had this TikTok thing where, while she was live and she exposed the entire house and also Kim Kardashian in bed. After which she retorted, like, no, you can't do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it raised the question because my daughter went to my live one time by mistake. And then we have this policy of never exposing where we live internally or especially outside.
Yeah.
We don't have her in her uniform ever in any of our social media accounts. So these are security measures we're taking. And it begs the question, how much education do you give to your kids when it comes to social media? Because it's the world they live in now. But they need to know these things where the what do you call them? The limitations, the boundaries are. So that was a very big concern to me. I wouldn't want my daughter to do that.
So there was even another little child in the video saying, "You're not allowed to go live. You're not allowed to go live," and he kept going over and over. So it's obvious that that other boy had been given some coaching in that area.
I think all of them have been. I think North was just being naughty.
She just
She was just being a child.
just being,
She was being a child. Lucky for her, they didn't expose too much, but the truth is there's some crazies out there that will map out the whole Kardashian house from just that video, you know?
For me,
You're not going to go there to try.
Yeah, nobody.
Because funny enough, you know these guys, you know where they stay.
Yeah,
especially the
but
very
you
big
can't
ones,
get it.
but you can't get it. I
You
mean,
can't
you're
get
talking
it.
about most of those places or most of those neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You're talking about from miles away, you can't even come near, not to talk of even getting to in front of your house. But then, like you mentioned, just like every other thing, I think the issue with training is like, it's the era of social media. So the kids are born into social media.
you can't subtract
That's all they know. So the thing is, the same way you train them with any other thing, that's the way you probably have to train them.
How many Nigerian parents know that? Because we're also excited to... This is actually my daughter's phone. So they all have these now.
What, did you use it?
Huh?
No.
I broke my phone. Oh, lost my phone. Yes, it's a terrible story. Let's not tell it again. In any case,
I hear toilet flushing.
Oh
somewhere.
my goodness! Stop. How many parents in
toilet flushing?
Stop. How many parents in Nigeria actually know that they're supposed to either put restrictions on their kids' phones, especially when it comes to social media? How many of them know that social media is actually not for kids until a certain age? And even if they are going into it, I've heard stories of predators actually seeking out people of a certain age here in Nigeria using social media. So these are concerns that I believe parents should.
There's some apps that are not even on my kids' phones. They're completely delete and restrict.
So that's just it. When you look at a lot of phones, or maybe almost all the phones have kids mode. And then when it comes to kids mode, they come pre-installed with the apps that are okay for them to use. And most of the time, they also know what is good. So even if you just go by manufacturer's guidelines, you'll probably be doing almost the right thing. So the problem, so you might never have to do extra. But then, of course, there has to be that censorship from your own way. Because, look, the kids they know how to go around this thing. They are learning how to go. If it's with them always, they find a way to go around it. So you have to find a way to continue monitor and censor.
No, definitely. And also, even with this particular Kardashian situation, I think, as much as the security part and angle is there, I think it also has to do a lot with the fact that they are reality stars and their content is always produced. Do you understand? So they don't want like raw content going out there. Do you understand? They don't want.
You know, talking about that, it just brings me to the fact of how much Kanye is pushing to have her back, and how much she's pushing.
Did you see what he did last week?
And how much Pete is with the
last weekend
Miley
was
Cyrus
performing with at Drake's concert. I think I can't remember what it was called. And he changed the lyric of his 2010 song where he said, "Please run back to me, baby," specifically Kimberly, asking her to please come back. I miss you. Do you know what she did the very next day?
What?
She went to court and filed to have his name stricken from her record. I said, I don't want to be called West.
As a single
don't even refer to me as West. Ever.
Wow.
The very next day. So this is what I'm talking about. Drive. Wow. She is so driven, and that's what's making her achieve these goals now. She really wants to.
Focus,
clean Kanye from the. I'm going to be a lawyer just so I stay divorced, is what she's doing.